getaways that you can drive to. So all sorts of wonderful things. Now it's time to get to our honoree. Our honoree tonight is Paul the Ultimate Vaden. He's a retired world boxing champion who uses his celebrity status to raise millions of dollars for T1D research. That makes him, to us, a T1D champion. Here to present the award to Paul are his close friends, Steve and Lisa Altman. Steve and Lisa are parents of 2 young adults living with T1D. They are T1D champions themselves. Steve and Lisa, take it away.
Good evening. I'm Steve Altman. This is my wife, Lisa, and I'm sure many of you know Paul the Ultimate Vaden as well. Probably most of you know our story with type 1 diabetes. It runs in our family in a major way, and 2 of our 3 kids have it. I met Paul, had to be around the same time that my son got diabetes, maybe even before that, but at least a couple decades ago. And instantly became friends. We played basketball together. That's where we first met. And for those of you who don't know Paul, he really cares about each of his friends' lives, and so we got to talking. And when I told him about the complications of type 1 and how my kids have to deal with it and how it affects me and Lisa, he turned out to be the classic definition of what a friend really is. He dedicated his life, it seems like, to our cause. But one of the things that I've always admired is it always makes sense for people that have connections with type 1 to be involved and do something. It always amazes me to have friends who have really no connection other than their friends or their kids having type 1, and that they really help out. And Paul has helped out like no other volunteer. He lives by his motto, answer the bell, in fighting this disease. He has chaired the JDRF San Diego Walk for many years now. He joined the JDRF San Diego Board of Directors and has now served as its president for the past 2 years. And last year, he was awarded one of JDRF's highest honors, the Edwin Lurie Volunteer of the Year Award. So tonight, it gives me great honor to present my good friend, our good friend, Paul, the Ultimate Vaden, with his well-deserved award as JDRF's Southern California's 2021 honoree. Thanks, man.
Thank you. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you, love you.
I better get a hug too.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, JDRF Southern California. I'm deeply moved to receive this honor. I have to lay it out that I don't do things alone. I have important people in my life that allow me to be me. So that would include the JDRF staff. Whenever I need resources, I need information, I can just call or text, and they immediately come to my aid and give me, as I stated, the resources. So I'd be remiss if I didn't thank them. At 4 years old, since we're talking about champions, I wanted to be a world boxing champion. As I went on that course and started to learn and train for it and get close to being that, as I got closer to reaching that goal, I started to understand how I wanted to decorate my home, my world, as a champion. What did I want to be and what did I want to do? So you see, being a champion is great to be, but it's what you do with it. How do you use your platform? How do you use your resources and what have you in being that champion? It's an opportunity to make usage of your power. And what I mean by that power, it's more important for me to be able to show my strength and passion from here versus what I feel was able to do with these. And that's what I try to do. It's what am I doing for other people? My investments, I'm more concerned about what I'm depositing to other people versus what I'm withdrawing for myself. Speaking of champions, in closing, this past November, we lost a very special family member in the JDRF family, Mr. David Altman. I told you I wanted to be a champion since I was 4 years old. Mr. Altman, he was fighting an actual opponent at 4 years old, and that opponent being T1D. This man held and fought honorably, and had such a great spirit. When you were in a room with Mr. Altman, you had to take a back seat because he owned the room. And I was just thinking about this the past couple of days, that as he got in later stages of his age, he started to become challenged with his sight of being able to see. But whenever I would come and greet him, and once he found and recognized that it was me, I can still feel that tight tug of a hug from him, that kiss on the cheek. And it was a great level of affirmation for getting that from Mr. Altman. So in closing, I accept this great honor in the memory of Mr. David Altman, and promise to carry on his spirit with the strong muscle that is needed in this fight against T1D. Thank you once again for this honor. God bless.
Thanks, Paul. And I'm sure if my dad was here, he would want to do this to you. Thank you, brother. Thanks. So you talked a little about champions. You clearly are one. We have a special message from another champion just for you. Just press play right here.
Oh my God.
Hey, Paul, you've been the champion in and out of the ring. So I want to thank you for being a leader in the fight for a cure for type 1 diabetes. Tonight, we celebrate you with a well-deserved honor. So let's keep fighting until we knock out diabetes for good. Thank you, brother.
Wow. 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 Thank you so much. That's so cool. That's so cool. Wow.
Enjoy the rest of the night, and thanks for supporting T1D research.